Hi guys. Recently I have been having some problems with my Triton electric shower, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fix it. Now the model I have is Triton T90SR, but I think the problem applies to many other models of Triton as well. And the symptom I have with this electric shower is after about 2 minutes of showering, the water will just cut off. I can still hear the shower's pump running, so it has that buzzing noise, but just there is no water coming out. There are a number of potential issues with this symptom, but I'm going to show you how to diagnose and debug this problem. Now, to fix it, what you need to do is first to cut the power supply to the shower. Now you can do, I have a pulled cord power switch, which I can switch off. You can use your circuit breakers if you want to be safe. So just double check that there is the power LED is not on when you switch off the power. Then next is you need to open up the cover of the shower. There's 4 screws, 2 on the top and 2 at the bottom of the shower. It's Phillips screwdriver. So you just unscrew these 4 screws first. So now I have all the screws removed. So what you do is you can just pop up the cover like this. Okay, the cover just comes off and you can reveal the inside of the shower. So what you want to check first is your water supply is not blocked. And the water comes in from this pipe here. It goes into a filter and a small valve. It goes into this water pump. Right. So the water pump is a DC motor, runs on DC motor, which requires a transformer. So the main supply comes in here, goes into this transformer and supplies this, I don't know, it's a 24 or 12 volt into this pump to power this motor. The water from the pump goes through this valve, then into this heating element, then comes out heated. Okay. So to diagnose the no water problem for this electric shower, make sure first you check the water supply. So I have a gravity-fed system where my water comes from the attic water tank to this shower, and I was doing some attic insulation earlier. I thought that was the problem. I was moving the pipes a bit, but that turns out wasn't the problem. So how you check the water here is very simple. What you do is, once the shower has no water, what you do is you unscrew this piece, and you have some water coming out. What this piece is, it is a filter, water filter. So all the water comes in here first and get filtered out. You can double check your water filter to make sure it's not clogged up. In my case, it wasn't. And you can see inside here, there is a mechanical push valve. So the water doesn't come out here until you push in this piece. Okay. So that gets stuck. No, I was pushing too hard. Okay, so as you can see, there's plenty of water coming out, so that wasn't the problem. But that's one way for you to easily check the water is coming out. And this is also another way for you to stop the water going out. If you are taking the rest of the thing apart, this valve actually stops the water from going into the pump and the rest of the system. So there's an easy way for you to cut off water to your electric shower. So what you want to do, I've already checked the water is there and there's no clog in my filter. So what you need to do is just push it back in. Now you don't have to go through this step if you know exactly what the problem is. In my case, I know the problem lies elsewhere, but this was double checking to make sure you eliminate that being a potential cause. Now, another potential cause is the pump is not working, right? In my case, I know the pump must be working because I can hear the pump working. The pump noise is coming out when I switch it on, even though there's no water coming out. So I kind of know the pump is working. But if you want, you can double check the pump by measuring the voltage here to make sure there's enough voltage going into it. I know that's not my problem in this case. So the only other thing that can prevent water from flowing is this device here. This is called a solenoid. So essentially, this is a electrically controlled valve switch to the water. Okay, so when you turn the switch on, the water, this turns on this power supplies. This is a 220 volt live voltage powering that solenoid. So that would turn it on and off. And so essentially you can use this switch to control the power of the water coming in and out. Now, there's a high chance that is the solenoid is not working in my situation. And so my work, for some reason, it works for 2 minutes. I assume that's because there's some faulty components inside the solenoid, and after 2 minutes, maybe it heats up and then it stops working. And some people I've heard that just have the solenoid not working, so there's no water coming out at all at the very start. So a lot of problems could be attributed to this solenoid. One way you could check if the solenoid was working is if you have a digital multimeter where you can probe the resistance of the solenoid. What you do is you could just take this out. It's very easy. So the Triton shower is designed really well to allow you to easily service and access all these things. What you do is you can disconnect this point and you put a multimeter across this. Now, a good solenoid should have maybe a few tenths of kilo ohms of resistance between the two nodes. I did check my is very high. It's almost like an open circuit. And that's a sign of the solenoid not working, okay? And knowing that's the problem, so how you solve it is you just order a new solenoid and replace it. So I checked the Triton official website and they have spare parts, and the spare parts they sell is this entire unit here, including the solenoid and also this valve piece here. And they're selling it for about €50 online, which is reasonable. But then for me, the problem isn't the rest of the circuit, is really that the solenoid is not working. So I only need the solenoid. What I did is I find on Amazon, there's about a 10-pound, they sell solenoid, and apparently all Triton electric showers seems to use the same solenoid controller. So I was able to find, I can put the link in the video link below of the link of this item, but I think you can find easily the solenoid for the Triton shower. So how to replace it is extremely easy. So all you need to do is disconnect the power supply to the solenoid, like I did, just pull it out. Then what you need to do is to use a flathead screwdriver. And what you do is you put that flathead screwdriver in between the solenoid metal piece and the top part of the plastic piece. Put it in there and you just twist the screwdriver. You can see it's already popping out. So all you need to do is just pull it down gradually. And that's it. You just take that part off. Then what you do is you get the replacement part and just put it back in the way you did put it out. Just put it in there and then simply connect the power supply to it. All right, and that's it. That's how you replace the solenoid in this electric shower. What you do then is, I should have put it somewhere else. There's water coming in here. I think it should be all right. What you do then is you put the cover back on. The only thing connects to the cover is this small light that's indicating the power is on. So all you need to do here is you clip it here. There you go. Then you pop the cover back on. Then you just screw the 4 screws back on and do a test to make sure everything is working. And it worked for mine, thankfully. So that's all. That's it. That's how you fix the Triton electric shower with no water problem.